Good morning, guys. Right. Well, this is an adapter, I suppose I could call it. So I can charge a NiCad battery in a radio-controlled car I bought a long time ago. I did make up a wooden bracket for it, so I could put the battery in there. Need to put in a couple of metal contacts at the back there, so the battery sits in there and charges. Yeah, I made a wooden one, and I think I threw it away. It worked fine, but I'd left it laying around and forgot what it was for. So I thought, well, let's see if we can make a 3D printed one instead. I've made it quite thick and solid. So that's what that's about. But the other thing is, I've changed to the glass printer bed. And, well, so far it seems to work. The interesting thing is, when it cools down, obviously there's a difference in the expansion rate, and your print comes straight off. You notice I was able to just move that with one hand. So, yeah, it looks interesting. Yeah, okay, well, I've got some work to do with that, see if we can get it working. I'll need some bits of scrap metal, tin plate or something, so I can make the little contacts. Hi guys, I was up in the loft getting the Christmas decorations out and spotted this one that I've had for quite a while. Originally cost me £4.95. It is rather nice, to be honest. It's old RC technology, 27 megahertz. It's one of those ones that's got 4 channels. 1, 2, 3. Well, I say 4 channels that it'll run on, not 4 channels as in controlling it. So channels 1, 2, 3 or 4. I have got the proper controller to go with it, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I got it originally, I think I made a charger for it, because I can't find a charger around, and I do remember making one out of a piece of wood. So something that would clamp on either side of there with a couple of contacts, so we could charge up this NiCad battery. 19.2 volts. That's a good sized battery, that. Nice and heavy. So I've done a bit of 3D printing. I need to put some some metal contacts in there, so that can make contact, and then organise a suitable connector so I can plug it into my normal charger. So that's what we're going to try and do today. This is just filler in here that should pop out with a bit of luck. Yeah, just going to stab my hand, aren't I, if I do this? It should come out. Come on. There we go. Right. I'll do this off screen so you don't hear me swearing. There we are. Came out easily, of course. Yeah, that's just the fill, because it was printed that way up and it needed something. Well, that's the way 3D printers work. And then that bit looks like that's going to need a bit of trimming. So that's supposed to just fit in there. I can see that spread a little bit as it's printed. Okay, well we won't push it in there yet because we want to make some metal plates. Now I've got some old dead 9-volt batteries, and I have found in the past that the metal case that these are made of is nice soft metal that we can bend around to the shape that I want for there. So if we're lucky, we should be able to just peel this off. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. But you get sharp edges obviously, so don't go stabbing yourself. Right, don't want that. This is what we want. I'll just say again, obviously we're dealing with sharp edges here. Now before I go too much further, I will just check that that metal takes solder. Otherwise I'll be spending a lot of time getting it all nicely folded. And it would have been a waste of time because I can't solder the wire onto it. Although I could clamp it on, I suppose, fold it over and flatten it. We need this to be about 1 centimetre wide. And yeah. Let's start off with a piece that we can practice on. Right, that's a little bit more than a centimetre wide. I could measure it, or I could just keep trimming it till I get it right. We'll get there in the end. Right, that's going to slide in there like that, but I'll make it long enough so I can fold it back over itself so it's got a springy surface to it. So this is the demonstration one. That's all we need is something like that, so that when that goes in there, it'll make contact. Just flatten that a little bit more. Yeah. So that's the general idea. I will modify that a little bit. And then that's going to fold over there. And then we'll solder a bit of wire on the back of there. Same on the other side. And that'll come out to a connector that will go onto my charger. Right, that's my soldering check. Had to scratch the surface off, and I also use some soldering paste there just to prepare the surface, but that's taken the solder fine. Burnt a little hole there, which is why I'm doing it on the wooden plate. So yeah, I'll solder some wire onto there and push it through. Right, they've soldered up okay. If I did this again, I would actually change the way that I've got this arranged in here. I'd have a little right angle slot going out either way, which will hold the end of the metal plate that I've put in there and stop it being pushed back when you slide this in. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere anyway, because I'm going to put that, where is it, that cap on the end, so it can't push it out. It's just annoying that they move around a little bit. Right, need to put a connector on the end and we should be ready to try it. That's the connector in place. I've kept it short. There's no point in having a long lead. It's only got to go to the battery, to the charger. So I'll slide my heat shrink up there, shrink it down. And that'll be done. I'm showing that because I've had lots of people ask me about using heat shrink. They seem to think I don't use it. Well, I don't use it in places where I don't need it. Like there's none in there because there's no point in putting heat shrink on there. But I do put it places like that. Right, before we start, 9.5 volts we're getting out of it at the moment. So we'll see if we can improve that. Right, we're set up for NiCad charging. I've just set it for a 1 amp charge at the moment. See what happens. Okay. It may be that it's so low it doesn't want to charge it. Okay, might have to do some work on that. Well, it may have rejected it, but it's instantly topped it up to 13.3 volts. So we'll try again. Although that says 19.73 volts, it's a fail. If I actually put that in the car, it has no effect whatsoever. And when I try charging it, what we're getting is that message coming up. So it briefly sees it, and then it says no thank you. So I guess we're probably going to have to convert that to a LiPo. And I don't have any. What would that be? That'd be a 5S, I think. 5S is 18 volts. Let's think. Yeah. 3S, start at the beginning. 1S, 3.7. 7.4. Brain's gone. So 14.8 for a 4S. 16, 17, yeah, about 18 volts for a 5S. Or maybe a 6S. 6S would overpower it. But I don't have any 6S. I could stick together a whole load of those little Poundland 1S batteries just to get it running. 6 of them. Probably not a good idea. So I think we come to a grinding halt. I know some people say if you keep recycling them, they build up their power again. So I might keep trying, but it's not looking very hopeful. Despite the fact it says it's got 19 volts in there. Well, when I say it doesn't work, I'll show you what I mean. Well, at least we're signalling to it on the positive side. Oh no. Oh, just about moving the wheels. Oh, it might be worth trying to cycle it a bit more. You never know. But don't hold your breath. Well, I don't want to say too much, but at the moment it's taking charge. But I had to set it to the very lowest current. So 0.1 of an amp was the maximum I set it to. Oh, it's only been going for 4 minutes, but that's longer than it was doing before. So maybe I was trying to push the current in too fast, or too much current. We'll leave it and come back later, see if anything's happened. Well, I've been charging it at a very low rate for a long time now, and it does seem to have taken some charge. We'll pop it in there and have a look, and then I'll show you something else. Oh no, even less than it had before. Oh no, oh, what happened there? Oh, so we have managed to get some charge into it. That steering is a bit slow, isn't it? I think we've just used up the battery. Oh no. It's actually got proportional steering, which is quite amazing. Same with the throttle. Well, I think we've used up that battery. Yeah, that's it. Definitely something odd there. It probably is that it's low voltage. But we've got proportional throttle, proportional steering, and it's 27 megahertz, new bright. I don't know how old it is. If you do check out the video description, you'll find I've got a playlist for this. And when I first picked it up, I didn't find these trim tabs on the end here, or trimmers. There's a throttle trimmer and a steering trimmer. So when I first tried driving it, it was always going to the right, and I didn't know that I could trim it. So yeah, we got some power into it after a lot of fuss. But I did say I was going to show you something. What I was going to show you is I've been back up in the loft and I found the proper charger. I thought I'd lost it. I got totally confused because I do remember making a wooden adapter like that for an iCAD battery. But obviously it wasn't this car, it was a different one. So yeah, we've got the proper charger here. Whether it'll take charge from the proper charger, I don't know. We'll see if it comes up with a red light. Right, proper charger plugged in. Let's see what happens. Which ways it go? That way. Red light on. I almost don't want to do it with this now. I want to keep on trying to sort it out with the charger that I made up. But now that I've found the proper charger, I'll see if we can fully charge it. And then maybe see if we can charge it from there. Because at the moment this has been detecting it as low voltage and kicking it out, spitting it out, saying no thank you. So there's a turn up. I had to do well, I've been hunting for quite a while to find this charger. And I found it. I'd actually started editing the video of the footage that I'd already done. And I looked back at the original video when I bought it in a charity shop and saw that I did have the charger. So I've been hunting and I found it. So all this, well, probably a waste of time. Although we've learnt a little bit with the printer, we're using the glass print bed and so on. So we will see. Thanks for watching. There's always more information down in the video description. And if you like this video, you might like this one up here. And you might like to have a look at my channel over here. See what else I do. Thank you for watching.